Hello, yes, good morning, everybody. So, this is the last day of the week. We are on Friday and the third day of the month. So, we want to see the trades that we had yesterday just to see how they went, if there are any changes we need to make on the previous day's analysis, and if there are good setups for today. So, we'll start off with our main pair straight here, GBP Euro USD, sorry. So this is what I mentioned a few days ago. I actually did say this is a sell. If you sold it perfectly as I said, you're supposed to be in money as we speak. Yesterday I actually did this. I had a level at this point. Then I said the previous day's candle, which was this one, we expected to come back up to around 1.1219. So it did perfectly like that, and then it declined to the lesser. This is still a sell. This is still a very good sell, just that you need to wait for price to get back to the same point. If you have to sell it, assuming you didn't sell it yesterday, you may still have to wait for price to come back to this level. Then you pick a sell from that slot, expecting that sell to push price to the level. So far as it is, we expect price to be going down, and it should go up to this level, up to 1.0507. We took that as a sell, and we are still holding onto that sell. And if you can remember, we actually started buying it while the price is still here. This is still a sell in my opinion. So you want to trade this correctly, wait for a retracement. Just as I said previously, wait for a retracement, expect price to retrace back slightly to the upper side, and the best place is around the previous day's opening price. So if you can find where the previous day's candle opened, and then you find that the price is there already, then that will be the correct place to look for a trade from, the opening price of the previous day's candle. So we move to GBP USD. GBP USD will load that afresh. GBP USD is here. So this one, we sold it yesterday. We are still in the sell. This is how we sold it. We actually picked a sell from this point. We have our stop loss, and I'm not going to remove it to neutral. That's okay. I want it to, the stop loss to be above the highest high we've seen this week. So this the whole month, this is the highest we've seen so far. So we have that trade, we took that sell, we have our stop loss, and then we have our take profit and the lower end. So this is a sell. It is still a sell, and expect price to move even lower during today. So even better, assuming the price starts to come back up today, the best place to wait for it is around this level. Wait for it here. This is the ideal place to look for a sell from. So if you should find that the price is somewhere here today, or maybe in the course of the day, then pick a sell from that point, have your stop loss, and then have a take profit here. That's the thing. You should wait for a sell as you sold it. We are still, as you can see, we have a sell already running. We are holding onto that sell, expecting it to push price even lower. So the best place to resell it from is the previous day's opening price. We move forward. So USDJPY, so far there is nothing much happening, since on Monday we've not seen any clear direction. Instead of continuing perfectly to the upper side, the price is somehow retracing. This is what we are seeing. We have this was a very good level, and then the price basically went above it. It tried retracing, and we took a buy somewhere around this point. So far the price went against us, but since we had our stop loss here, we are still into that trade, and we expect that if the current week's candle can close beyond 111.46, then we'll expect price to push even higher. We'll expect something like this, that the price should retrace perfectly. It should continue up, retrace perfectly before we see another move actively to the upper side. So that is what we expect to happen. Temporarily, we expect that the price should retrace back. It should try closing beyond that level, then retrace back to the same place, so that you can pick a buy with precision. So we move on. We move to our next chart, and that should be SP500. And before even I load it, I have to say that I looked at SP500 some few days ago. I looked at it extensively. Like I mentioned that if you want to trade SP500, you need to focus on the highest time frame, like focus on the long-term trends. That's what I meant by that. The best is to look for trades that are in line with that trend. If the overall trend is upward, like in this case, ever since this red indicator actually dropped below the price, it has been upwards. SP500 has been gaining. So we expect even now the same SP500 to keep gaining value. As it is at the moment, this is a buy. In my opinion, somebody may look at this as a resistance and a sell place, but if you look closely, you'll notice that the price actually made a higher high. Previously, the only high we had seen was this, but somehow it actually attempted to go beyond it. It tried to go above, and then it didn't hold there. But if the current week's candle can close above 2941.2, then that will be a very good place to buy from. We basically are waiting for price to extend slightly upwards, retrace back to the same point, then we'll pick a buy, expect that buy to push price up to somewhere around 3000. So I'm not saying that the price has to go to 3000. What I'm saying is that is the next maybe key place to look for a get out. Like anytime the price shows you signs that it is reversing to the lower side, then that will be the correct sign for you to get out. So we move forward to our next chart, and that should be Brent oil. And as I mentioned previously, I said Brent oil is a sell. I did mention clearly that Brent oil is a sell, and I want to say why I was insisting that Brent oil was a sell. We have Brent oil on our screen. So look at the way I had my lines drawn perfectly. This is what I mentioned some few days ago. I did say that following this decline, we expected price to try pulling back up and then break below, which it has done already. And then we want price now to come back to this place so that you can pick a sell from that point. So if you're looking at this commodity and want to sell it correctly, just know that the correct place you are looking for a sell from is actually this level. This is the sell place. This is the sell place. So you want to trade it correctly, expect price to pull back up, let price pull back up to this level, pick a sell from this point, expect that sell to push price up to this support, or the next support should be here. So either way, we are still into a sell. We are still into a sell, and we want price to retrace up to key levels only before you can pick a sell, expect that sell to push us even lower, something like this. So we did take a sell from this point, and we are waiting also to take another sell at this point, and then we also want to sell while the price is here. So this was not this is not a very clear sell place, but this is going to be a clear place, and this is also going to be a very good sell place. So we move forward. We move to our last chart. Our last chart should be gold. And I hope you can remember, gold has been a sell. I keep mentioning a sell on gold. There is no day I've said anything other than a sell on gold. I want to see now how it went. So this is what has happened. The price has gone down perfectly as we said previously. And I hope you can remember, I think we bought it on one of my accounts. Let's see. Gold. Show all. It's not on that one, so it's still okay. But then we actually took a sell within this zone, the zone I've colored. We took a sell within it. We had our pending sell limit, and then we had our stop loss, and then you have our take profit. So far the price has been moving our way, but we are not interested in getting out because the price is actually breaking below levels. We have yesterday's candle actually broke below this support 1271.82, and we are still practically below it. So this is still a sell, just that you need to wait for a clear sell signal, especially around 1271.81 or around this zone. Around this one, around 1264.84.50 or 1279.60. So either way, you either sell it here or you wait and sell it there, all of which you are supposed to take profit below, somewhere around this point. So thank you very much. That should bring us to the end of today's market overview. See you again tomorrow on Monday at the same time.